Gotta get into the groove.
Hey, welcome back for another session of Groove Live, Groove Leaders Unite, and GroovePages Leaders Unite, I should say. It's good to have you guys here. I'm just going to have a quick look in the chat to see who we've got in the air. Okay, Nancy, thank you for being here, and greetings to you too as well. And Tyra, thank you for being here and for all your support. Okay, so I hope everybody has been busy on their funnels and trying to get something set up for the next launch, which is on the 17th of March for the Groove launch. And obviously it's the promo that we're doing at the moment, which is the run your business on Groove for a whole year free, which I think is a great deal, and they get access to all the features that we enjoy in our own accounts. So if you're a lifetime member, obviously you know what I'm talking about. I've been with Groove, since the end of 2019, I think it was, and till now. Solely been running my business on Groove, and haven't really switched to anything else. I was a Shopify user at one stage because I used to do e-commerce sites, and so when I came across Groove, and it was a no-brainer for me. And the fact that I could actually create multiple sites without paying, a monthly fee, that really appealed to me. So yeah, it was awesome. All right, so this week's session is going to be about creating global blocks and pop-ups. Now, I know I've covered this before, but sometimes it's always good to cover something that that just so that people can. They may have missed something in the last session that I did about this, but it's always good to sort of do these sorts of things so that you guys, especially when there's new people coming into the mix, it's good for them to be able to see these little sessions about those things too as well. So if you're actually watching me live here, just put a hashtag live, and if you're watching the replay, just put a hashtag replay and then obviously if you are new, then you can actually catch up on what this session has all been about. All right, let's get started, shall we? I'm just going to share my screen. So when you first log into your Groove account, you're going to see the main dashboard. Now this is the main dashboard. Hopefully everybody can see this. Let me just check to see if, yep. Okay, I'm going to actually minimize my photo there. There you go. Okay, so when you first log into Groove, you're going to see this the main dashboard. Now, obviously, you've got all the different applications up the top here that you can link up to, or you can hover over the Groove icon here and then scroll down and select whichever one you want. I like using this one here because then I always like to have my Groove account, the dashboard, still there, still sitting there, and I like to actually, if I'm going to use GroovePages or Groove Funnels, I like to actually do a right click there and then just open it in another tab right next to it. That way, then I can do the old switcheroo if I want to come back here and just get another app feature. But here I am in GroovePages, and this is my gallery. Obviously, you can see some of my clients' websites actually. So, and you will see here there are clones. Now, this is one thing special about Groove is that you can actually do multiple clones of your website, right? And now, what does that mean for you, especially if you've got clients that you're doing websites for, one-page websites, multiple-page websites? It means that you can always have a backup, and when you do make some changes, you can do it on the clone, and then you can switch it over with the one that's live and switch it over and make that one live. And that way, then there's not there's not very much downtime whatsoever. So I like to actually have a clone, but it's always good to have some sort of backup as well. There are other things that you can use to back up in terms of your website, and I'll get onto that very shortly. But yeah, so if you haven't got a clone for one of your websites, especially for your client websites, then I suggest that you create a clone. And all it is really simply clicking on the three dots here in the left, in the right bottom corner, and then just cloning it. And then you'll end up with, it'll just tag itself, whatever the website's called, and clone. All right, so there you go. Now, the one I'm going to be going through today is my one. So we're just going to go into the back end, which means that we're going to go into manage site. So once we go into there, hey, Dr. Lisa, good to have you here. All right, so we're going into my website. Now, this is basically a website that I've actually turned into a multi-purpose website, if you like. I've got different funnels in there. I'm going to be creating different offers that all lead back basically to the main website, which is this one here. Now, you can see that I've called this one Mastering Groove. So any guess, you could probably think you probably know what this is about. It's about having a website that that people can access via through a membership or subscription, and be able to access some of the courses that I'm going to be putting in there, in terms of GroovePages, GrooveCart, GrooveBlog, a whole range of different applications, just learning, so that you can learn more about them. Now, at the moment, there is actually a wonderful one out there. I mean, Kevin Strike is probably the leader when it comes to anything Groove. His academy is, is 5 stars, definitely, and that's free. If you're actually a Groove was a paid member or paid customer, basically you will have access to that academy, and which means that you'll be able to also hook into his courses about each of the apps as well. Hopefully, I'm able to bring something slightly little different to my courses. Sometimes not everything is covered in various coaches videos or tutorials. There are some little anomalies that sometimes you come across, and it's always good to show those, because people will probably encounter those one day and wouldn't know what to do with them. Well, that's kind of what the difference I'm bringing to my courses as well. So but that's not to say that Kevin Strike's one is the a really good one, because it is a really good one. Okay. Sorry, Nancy. Okay, cool. Just as well I got you guys here, because you always remind me. So this is my page. I should look at the comments more often. That's what I should be doing. Okay, hopefully you can see it now. All right, so this is the back end of my Mastering Groove website. If I come over to here into pages, you can see I've got an about us page. Those arrows down there basically resemble a mega menu. I'll show you what that means very shortly, which means there's other sub pages underneath that. Same with resources. So when it's got that arrow pointing down, that's what that means. These pages are hidden. They don't need to be shown on the menu. They can be hidden because people can access those right down at the bottom here by clicking on the links down here. Okay, so they'll be able to go to the disclaimer, and also I think there's just the disclaimer at the moment. And of course, my Groove tutorial pages are actually hidden as well. So they're not really accessible from the main menu. All right, so in here we have funnels. Now, you can actually break your funnels up into categories if you want to. Like I've got here sales funnels. You could have a opt-in page funnels, if you like. So you can have them separately, but this is where you do it by simply clicking on the plus sign. Okay, and once you've done that, you can then create sub funnels, if you like, in there as well. Okay, so that's pretty much what I've done. So here I have got a Mastering Groove sign up page, learn how to create funnels. So if I click on that one there, you'll get an idea what that one looks like. Okay, there, not quite finished yet. Run your business for free. This one is more or less completed, just about. Oh, let me just get rid of that. Okay, as you can see, this is all in the back end. There is an opt-in funnel there for people to claim their account, and some bonuses and FAQs. But while I'm down here, actually, in the FAQs, always good to have an FAQ on your website. Why? It's kind of like what the questions that people answer, right? People ask. And the great thing about that is that if you can put it into sort of like natural language, what people are asking online, then you might discover that some of the questions that you've actually put in here may actually match what people are looking for, which obviously also increases your SEO. I mean, Google will find that this is on the page. That's exactly what this user is looking for, or this researcher is looking for. And so, it helps the ranking for your website, because you're actually helping, you're being informative, and you're helping Google's clients or Google's customers, which we all are customers of Google. I'm also a customer of ChatGPT as well. Anyway, so I will be replaying this along with last week's working on my landing page to promote the Groove 2.0 launch. Yeah, absolutely, because we're about 4 days away from the actual launch, and just quickly, I'm just going to go into where's it? I'm going to go into the Groove .cm site. So I'm just going to go there. I'm going to switch back to dashboard, so you can see the Groove.cm site basically there. All right. I'm going to switch back to the dashboard here, and I'm going to go up to here. Now, if you're part of Groove, you should have this button sitting up the top there where it says Groove Affiliate Program. If you click on that, and just keep an eye on it, because really at the end of the day, this is where your affiliate link is for the Groove.cm page. All right, it takes a few seconds to actually load up, but you'll see it all in here. And I may as well just give you a quick little tour of what that all looks like before we get onto the global blocks. So it's a little bit slow, getting it together, but at the end of the day, it's just done it. Now, one of the most important things is that, and hopefully they'll be changing these, is the email swipes. All right, so they've changed it. Oh no, they haven't. That's actually February. So March the 17th is probably what we're more inclined to be looking for. You could probably still use these email swipes if you wanted to, but it takes all the hard work out of actually trying to generate emails for your email sequences when someone opts in to into your promotional deal on your sales page. All right. But we can go into that more in another session. Let's see if I've got some questions here. Okay, let's switch back. So as I mentioned, put an FAQ onto your website. It really does help optimize your website as well, along with all the other things that you have to do, such as the content and everything else, and your H1 tag or your header, your main header, as well as images, having a description of the images behind them in the alternative section here, which I don't have in this one at the moment. Use ChatGPT to help you with that. I know I've shared a tool with some of you here, which actually you can just put your images into it, and it will just come up with the alternative text for you. All right. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's get back to what we're actually really going to be doing today, and that is creating global blocks. Now, as you can see, there is, I've only got a footer. There's nothing up the top there. No, what do you call it? No navigation bar or anything like that. In this demo, I'm going to actually create something for the top, just so I will be able to show you how to create a global block. All right, so on here, I'm just going to click on the headline here. I'm going to click on the plus sign and add a block. All right. All right. Now in that block, I'm going to put like a, well, let's just actually have a look. Let's go into elements. There's actually, I could put that in there, those in there. In actual fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to just put in a notification bar instead. So I'm not going to keep this one. I'm going to click on here again. I'm going to go to wireframe here, and I'm just going to see if I can actually get a notification or something similar to what we're doing there. Features, call to action, no. Let's have a look under designer. Navigation bars. These are just menus, really. Let's just make our own. Oh, alert bars. Here we go. Alert bars. Okay. So we can put the alert bars in there. Interesting. Let me just have a look at this one. I haven't seen this one before. Taking a little bit to actually get things together. Okay, that's actually like an opt-in one. Okay. No, we won't keep that one. I'm going to delete this one, and I'm going to delete the other one that I just got in here. But first, I will just add another notification bar. So I'm going to go designer, cool, alert bar here, and I'm just going to put this here, that one. Okay, and I'm going to get rid of this one here. And now we're left with this. Now, always pays to maybe have the colors coordinate with the your theme or the colors on your website. So that's slightly a less yellow, well, not as orangey, if you like, as the this yellow here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just change the color first. And the way I'm going to do that is, now you could actually get a tool, like I've got an extension tool. If you don't have one, then I can show you another way, but it's called Color Picker. And basically I can actually get the code of the hex code of the color. But in this case, I'm just going to show you how I can do it without it. Right. So I'm going to go down where somewhere I've actually used that color, and I'm sure I've used it on this one here. Oh no, I will need the color picker. Yeah. Yes, I will need the color picker. But normally, if you've got a color that's actually on a text somewhere, or say on I don't know, maybe on a design that you've got in there, or background, and you've got the same color that you want to actually use for up the top here, then you can. But in this case, I'm just going to use the hex code, use my tool there. I'm just going to right click and copy, and then close that. I'm going to come up to here, make sure I've got the whole block chosen. You can see down here at the bottom, there's some breadcrumbs down here. So you've got block. I'm actually on the block part of it now at the moment. And that's the part that needs to be changed in terms of the color, background color here. All right. And then we just click on here, come down to here, paste, and then click on the tick. Now that will add it to recent colors. You can add it to favorite like that, favorites like that. Now, it doesn't stay there all the time permanently. All right. So when you add it to favorites, it's not gonna be permanently in there. Just for the session that you're doing at the time, that's probably how long it will last. So when you go out of it and you come back in again, it's probably going to be gone at some other stage. But while you're working on it, you can just add it into there, and then you can always refer back to it if you needed to use that color somewhere else on your website. Okay. All right, so what have we got here? Boost your online sales, learn how today. Yes, okay, I'm guessing that there is just a button. It's not even a button. Yeah, not even a button. So we could probably just take that out. So I'm going to take that element out. That one there. And yeah, that's it. Cool. Now I'm actually just on the container with the text that's in it there. Okay. There. All right, so I'm going to change the text to what's your business today? Oop. For $0. Okay. That's all I'm going to put in there, and I'm going to just, I'm going to keep it on the black font's fine. That kind of coincides with this too as well. Now I need to save that as a global block. All right. But before you do that, there's one thing you need to do first, and you need to add that block into favorites. So when you click on the block there, come over to the star and click on that. Now it will say create new block. That's fine. We'll leave it at that. If you want to add it to a category, or you can create another category by clicking on here, new category. I've already got a category for this. Then you can add that block into that category, or that, let's just call it the name of the website. That can be the category, and you can put it in there, and then you know exactly where that block is. It's actually in that website category, if you like. So I'm going to click on here because I have got a category for this, and here it is, Groove.cm 1 year free. So I'm going to click on that, and then I'm just going to create block. All right, so now that that's done, we can go on to the next step, and that's creating the global block. All right, so I'm going to come over to here, pages, click on here. I'm going to go down to global blocks there, and I'm just going to add a global block by clicking on the plus sign. Okay. Now I just want an empty block at this stage here, and that's it. Now I'm going to scroll down to here, and I'm going to rename that block there, just so that everything else is new. I have got a notification bar there. I'm not too sure what that one's for, but anyway, the one that we've done, I'm going to click on the 3 dots, scroll down a bit, and I'm just going to rename this Mastering Groove. Promo. And you can just call it alert bar if you want to. All right, click on the tick. Now we've got that named. Awesome. Okay, we've got that named. So now what we're going to do, you can see here, we're going to add another block. Well, we're going to, in actual fact, that wasn't a block that we actually used. It's kind of like well, it says here body, but you can actually add your block in here inside it. So we're going to go onto here, and we're going to click on the plus sign. We're going to go over to saved here, and then we're going to scroll down to that category, that website that I put the block in. And we're going to scroll down to there, which was the Groove CM 1 year free here, and I should be able to see the block, which is there, right there. And it's normally the one that you put in is normally like this goes in order. So this would be the most recent one, okay, and that would probably be one of the first ones. But I'm going to click on here, and the reason why I say that, this is the reason why I say that. You might think, oh yeah, well you can see that it is actually the one that you know that we need to grab. However, sometimes sometimes the platform has a bit of a habit of trying to generate the image and it takes too long. All right, so if you know that you just done the block, then you know it's got to be the one that's actually the most recent, which is on pretty much, you know, there. Everything else is before. Okay, that's only if you it takes time to generate the image, and then you wouldn't be able to tell which block it is. Oh, so we're just going to add that. And you can see that it's there. All right, so we've got that in there. We've got it as in the global block part of it. We're just going to save and exit. I don't see any questions in there, so I must be answering your questions in your mind as I go. You can see I've gone back to the main page. I don't want to do anything on the main page. I actually want to go back to my sales page. So I'm going to go back to pages, click on there. I'm going to go down to funnels and click on sales funnels, and then go back to my promo, which was this one here. Yep. Okay. Now, this is not the global block, by the way. Okay, that is the block that we saved. Okay, so this is not the global block. That's the one we actually first created. So what we want to do is we want to actually find the global block. So we're going to click on the plus sign here. We're going to add another block. Then we're going to go up to global blocks here. Okay. And as you can see here, there it is there, Mastering Groove Promo Alert Bar. Again, the most recent one would probably be towards the right. Okay, so I'm going to click on this because this one isn't a global block, but that one is. So when I actually delete this one, yeah, and I click on this, you find that it says edit global block. All right, so we've got that in there, right? We're just going to save that. On one of my other pages, I'm going to put that global block on one of my other pages as well. So once that's saved, we just wait for it to be saved. Okay, and then we will come over to pages again, and we will go to funnels, and I would say that we will go to another page or another landing page, if you like, which will probably choose this one here. Oh no, not that one. We'll go to this one here. Okay, yeah, we'll use this one here anyway. All right, we've already got this up here. We don't really need that. You can see that's a global block in itself. I'm just going to hide it for now, if I can. Yeah. So, okay. Now you guys have seen how you can hide a block. Normally, when you click on here, the side menu on the right will pop out, and then you can go down to layout and click on layout. Click on none and layout. However, when it's a global block, you can't do that from this point. All right, you need to go into edit global block. All right, then you can click on there, and then that menu pops out. All right, so let's just pop it out a bit more. We go down to layout, and then we're going to hide it. So we're just going to go click on there, and we're going to go down to none. That will hide that. Okay, I don't know if it will hide this one though. Let me just have a look. Cool, it's in that one as well. So I'm just going to save and exit. Just let me know if I'm going a bit too fast for you guys, you know, and don't be shy, especially in the where the comments that I can see here. Don't be shy to ask questions while I'm doing this, and I'll try my best to answer them or make sure that I can see. Keep an eye on the comments. All right, so while it's doing that, Again, we're going to go back to the main page. Now you can see, because that was a global block, it affected every other block that I've used that in. All right, so I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to go back to funnels. So far, so good, Dr. Lisa. Thank you. We're going to go back to funnels. We're going to go back to sales funnels, and we're going to go back to the promo that I was doing before there. Okay. All right. So now I think what we do actually have on the other page, we do have, no, we don't have any alert bar, but we're going on to the other page here, and we're going to put the alert bar on there. Okay. So we're going to click on this block. We're going to go plus, and then we're going to go back to global blocks here, and then we're going to use this one here. All right, so now we've got it up there, and we're just going to save. Now, as you've seen here, by me hiding this one, it affected everywhere else in my website. Everywhere else, doesn't matter if it's on a different page or if it's on the, in the main website pages and not in the but not in the funnels. It doesn't matter. Anywhere where that global block is, all right, where you've actually put it, it's any changes you make anywhere on any of the global blocks, whether it's on the funnel, whether it's on the main page, it will affect the others, just like it's done in this case here. So, and I'll show you what I mean. Now I'm going to click on here, and what I want to do is I want to make some changes to the wording. Right. So I'm just going to put 0. I'm going to actually spell out dollars. Oops. I like it like that though, but anyway, dollars. And my typewriters. I've got a weird keyboard, by the way, guys. Keeps putting macrons and commas in when I'm typing. Okay, $0, and let's put an exclamation mark in there too as well. Let's really stress the point. There. Actually, put 2 more. There you go. Today, yes, that's what I mean. But yeah, Nancy, my keyboard automatically puts in macrons and stuff like that. So there you go. Okay. So I've changed it in this one here. I'm just going to save and exit. Now, that was on the sign up page, right? So that's where I've changed it. And once we get to the main page here, we're going to go back to funnels again. Here, and we're going to go to the main, well, the Run Your Business Free promo page here, and you can see it's actually made the changes there as well. All right. So that's the whole purpose of a global block. It actually, it saves you a lot of time trying to change the text on each and every alert bar or notification bar or even footer. All right. Because at the end of the day, if you've got multiple pages, let's just say you've got 20 pages, and on each page you need to change the footer. Doing that 20 times can take a long time. All right. So at the end of the day, by adding a global block, you can make the changes on any page where that global block is, and it will affect the rest of the other pages as well, and make the changes on the other. So fast, really good. Hopefully, to follow me on that one, on the global block. We've finished on that one at this stage. And what we're going to do is we're going to just go pop-ups. Right? We're going to just quickly cover pop-ups. All right. Now, the first thing I want to do is let's just say I want to, this one here. I want it so that when people hover over it, the little hand comes up, right? And then they can click on it, and it'll actually enlarge it a bit more. All right, that's what I want. So when it's actually when a user clicks on it, it's going to have a bigger image of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the pop-up first. All right? So I'm going to go over to Pages, come down to Pop-ups. All right, I'm going to add. You see what I mean about the site preview generating? When you go into that global blocks there. And if you can't see the one that you just created because it's got that little message in there, you wouldn't know which one to choose. So that's what I mean. If you name it, if you call it what it is, then you'll be able to see which one it is when you choose it. Okay. So I'm going to go on the plus sign here. I'm not going to choose any pop-ups. I'm just going to have a blank page. All right. In there, I'm going to put a block, empty block. And then on there, I'm going to go into on there. I'm going to go to elements here. Come down to image down here, and I'm just going to drag and drop that into here. All right, like that. Now you can see it's aligned to the left, so we're going to center that. We need to be on the layout. If you have a look down here on the layout bit here, in the breadcrumbs, go to layout. Oh, sorry, hang on. Container. We go to layout. So we need to be on the container where the layout is, and then go to layout. And then once we're there, we need to center that image. So I'm going to center it here. Oh, hang on. Go vertical. Why is that not actually moved? Maybe it's a few containers back. Let's try that one. It must be this one. There we go. So the container before the layout one. Okay. So go to that, and then you can just center it here, because you really need to see this before you can center it. Because if you're on here, you won't see that if you go back to the layout. There's nothing there, right? So it needs to be in the container that that the image is in, or the layout is in. Click on the layout, and there you go, right there. Okay. Now I'm going to add an image to this. So I'm going to click on the configuration settings. I'm going to choose that same image that we want to enlarge, which I believe was the book, right? I think it was called Sales Funnels Mastery or something like that. I can't remember. Where are we? Can't be that further down, surely. I don't think it wasn't that one. Definitely wasn't that one. Oh, there it is. Great tip to remember. Thanks for sharing it. No problem, Tyra. Nancy, yes, it's handy. Oh, yeah, I'm guessing you're talking about the global blocks. Okay, I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to go to the three dots here. I don't think I need to actually downsize this image, but you can in here if you want to. So that's 1,000 by 1,000. I'm going to leave it like that, because really the 1,000 by 1,000 is really the square bit, not the book. All right, so I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm just going to add it. Dr. Lisa, I still don't have centering down pat. I'm glad you showed us again tonight. Awesome. No problem. Okay, now I'm just going to leave it like that. Crop and select, update. Now we've got that image in here. Okay, I'm just going to, now we're going to go down to settings. We need to name the pop-up. Right, we have to name the pop-up, because it just actually generically goes to pop-up 2. So I'm just going to call this sales funnel. Was it sales funnel or funnel mastery? Can't remember. Anyway, we'll call it sales funnels and mastery. All right, now I'm going to do the same here as well. I'm going to do it in lower text, and I'm going to put a dash in between the text. You must separate the words with a dash. You can't have any spaces. Okay, so sales funnel. Let me do that again. Sales, and then dash, and then funnels, and then dash, and then mastery. Now, like I said, you don't need to have actually have capitals or uppercase words in the page link. Okay, that's all cool. If this has been used somewhere else on your site, it will actually it will show up here in red that it's been used somewhere else. So But in this case, it hasn't been, so that's good. I'm talking about the slug, really, nothing else but just the slug. And I'm just going to go save and exit. There. There's a bit of a multi-step to this one, and yeah, bit of a, where am I on this? Bit of a multi-step, this sort of thing. Okay, so I'm going to go back to pop-ups here. All right. Why is that all pop-ups too? Let me just have a look to see if this is actually the same one that we actually did. Edit. If it is, it didn't actually save the changes. All right. Okay, now I think I need to refresh the page. It's still saving. Okay, so you can see up here it's still saving. Not sure why. Let me just cancel that. If nothing's working on this, just refresh it. Refresh the whole window, because it's better than just staying there and waiting for it to work. Oh. Something went wrong there. Go back to funnels. Okay. Let me just go back to the one that I was working on. It looks like I've lost my home page. This is where I did a clone. Okay, going back to here. So now we're going to go, I want to come back up here again. I just want to go to pop-ups. And I don't think it did make the saves, the changes. Because it's still got pop-up too. Okay, so the book's still there. I'm just going to go back into settings again, and let's just go funnels. Let's just call it funnels, and we'll do the same for the bottom here. Just a quick, make this a little bit faster. Okay, got to click on here. Now, it looks like it's saved, which is great, cool. Normally, you can't actually close it when it hasn't saved. And I'm just going to save and exit again there. Okay, so you see my home page, it's gone. Don't know how that happened. But anyway, go back to pages here, and then go back to funnels again. Actually, go back, we'll go to pop-ups. Pop-ups, funnels here. Now, instead of going edit, we're going to go edit settings here. Now, there's a few set of things that you need to choose here, options you need to choose. We're going to leave the pop-up with this like that, that's fine. But we're going to change this. So we're going to have it, we're just going to leave it standard. We're not going to have it when you enter onto the page or when you exit the page. We're just going to have it standard. On here, show on selected pages. It needs to show on the page of the sales page, right? Not on the home page. So we've got to come down to here, click on this. Where are we? Show on selected pages. Come down to here. Click on the arrow here. You can see it says primary and primary navigation and hidden navigation. Those are not the ones that we actually want to choose. We want to come down to here, and then you can see sales funnel here. And then when you see sales funnels, you can see the different sales funnels that you have. Right, the one that that we were working on was run your business for free, and then we're just going to select that. Okay, that's the one that we're going to select. All right, now I think this is all fine. We don't need to actually do anything there. And that's standard. Close button is small, and let's go on the tick here. Okay, so that's saved, and so we've saved that. Okay. Again, there's no home page. Okay, done. Now let's go back to pages again, so you can see how this can be kind of a confusing if you're actually trying to learn how to do it. And hopefully I'm explaining it, as well as I can, so that you can follow and even watch this video again. But anyway, so now we're going to go back to funnels, and we're going to go back to the page that we're actually working on, which is this one here. All right, there. Scroll down to where that image that we want to enlarge, which is this one here. Okay, click on there. Click on the what do you call it here? The configuration, and we're going to go to link to pop-up there, and then we're going to go select the pop-up that we there. So we're going to go regular, and then we'll select the pop-up that we named. We'll do this. Anyway, we'll do this one here, funnels. Now, what's going on here? Okay. Send in the clones. Oh, okay. And then we're going to go choose the image. Hang on, let me just stop this. Let me go back to here again. Click on configuration. We just want to link it. Yeah. We want to link it to a pop-up. Select regular, and then funnels. You can see that there's no update and close here, so something's not quite right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this again, and I'm just going to refresh the page again. All right. Oh, you can see here, reload. Let's just save again. Let's just make sure. And then refresh. Okay, we're just going to reload. Now, I think I'm experiencing little issues here, and it's probably because they're, the dev team is probably working on the platform, because you've got to remember where you guys are. I think we're hitting the evening. I think, yeah. And where I am is daytime, obviously. So I think by most people will be asleep over in the US. Anyway, let's go back to the funnels again. And then back to here. We need to link that image up with the pop-up. That's what we need to do. And so click on here again. Yeah. Pop-up. Yeah. Go regular. There, and then funnels. We still don't get that, which is kind of funny. I'm going to choose an image just in case. Just in case. Okay, there. Let's just make that one smaller. We'll go 500. Pop. All right. It needed the image in there to actually prompt this to light up. Okay, so we've done that. We're just going to update now. I can't remember whether or not that was a thing before. Anyway, all right, let's have a look at the preview. I'm not sure if we'll be able to bring up the pop-up in the preview, but let's just have a look. Go down here. Oh, there we go. All right, done. So that's how you can do a pop-up and make kind of like a light box, I think they call it, right? Yeah, 10:50 p.m. Eastern yesterday to me. No, not to me. For you today. For me yesterday. Yes. Okay. So as you can see, that's the image that we added as a pop-up, and that's what you can do. And these little things just help to give your website a bit of an edge to it. If you want to, I wouldn't suggest do it on the bonus things side of things. Doesn't really matter. What you can do if you really wanted to, right? And if you were actually let's just say you were actually stuck for space in the area that you've got the image, what you can do is that when people click on the image, you can bring this information up here, right? And I'll show you what I mean on one of my client sites. You guys have seen this. I think the ones in the room here, you guys have seen this site many, many, many times. All right, so this is a vet site or veterinarian site, and it's one of my clients. I think it must be my internet that's a little bit slow today because yeah, because I'm not in the Groove platform at the moment, but it is a Groove site too, by the way. Yeah. I don't think oh, were you not seeing the preview? Oh, that's weird. I don't think we were seeing the preview. Okay, maybe I'm going to stop share and I'm going to share my whole. You can see that, right? That's a pop-up for, so you should be able to see preview. I'm having a look at the screen there. So come down to here. There, can you see that? Let me know, Dr. Lisa. Because on the in the platform that I'm in streaming this, I can see it on that screen. Yes. Okay. All right. There you go. All right. So let me just go back to the other one and see if you can actually. And it may be because too, by the way. We'll try this again. There you go. Can you see that now? The book. Okay. Cool. All right. And like I said, if you're stuck for space and you can't put much information in that area, right? But you want to make sure that people know the information on the details, you might just have let's just say you might just have maybe a title and just a little bit of information because you can't fit it all in. Well, that's when you can do something like a pop-up and have something like this. As you can see, if I was to put all that information underneath that that image there, I mean, can you imagine the amount of space it would take up? And it wouldn't look very good whatsoever. So I wanted people to actually understand what they do as far as surgeries go. So what I did was, because they actually wanted that information on there, they didn't want a website that looked too cluttered too, by the way. Like it looked nice and simple but effective, nice and clean. And so space was a big thing for them. Well, let's just say space was a big thing for me to utilize, I guess, less space when it comes to text, and actually add something where I can actually put more details in. And that's why I did this. When you click on it, that's a pop-up here, and then you've got all the details there. All right. That's a great way of being mindful of too much text on your website. That's another way you can do it. And when you click on any of these here, same thing, more information. And from that pop-up, they can actually book an appointment straight from there. So by clicking on that, it's going to take them to here to book an appointment. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna stop share. Okay, guys. Pretty good. We're actually 5 minutes to go, so I don't see any questions in there. But hopefully that you'll be able to go back to this later on if you want to know how to do it and follow it through. And so yeah, but at the end of the day, that's kind of what you could use pop-ups for, to spotlight an image, make it bigger, or to add more details, information in there when you're actually lacking space or real estate. Let's just call it real estate. Where you're lacking real estate, you don't want it to look too cluttered. You want it to look nice and clean. And then you could do something like that. That's a great idea of doing it. Another one is, and I'll just go to another client of mine. I'm getting these macrons. And I'll just share this. All right. So another one is to kind of like utilize the area or the space that you have is using tabs, right? So click on there, then you've got more information on that one. Click on this one, more information on there. There, got a video on that tab, and then career opportunities. So you notice that it's not going all the way down the page, right? I've got it in just one little area here, or one section, if you like, and I've been able to utilize that section and still put useful information in there without having to make it look too cluttered on the website. Okay. All right, guys, that's me. Thanks for joining me. And I just seen UK Property Invest just turn up. Welcome. You may have to watch you might have been watching it live, I'm not sure. But if you haven't, catch up on the replay. Hopefully that's given you some ideas of what you can do with your website. I've actually said this all the time. If you want to make an income out of building like even one-page websites, because the one that you just saw with the veterinarian, that was a one-page website, right? If you want to make some income out of doing that, because it's cost-effective, local businesses, it's not going to cost them an arm and a leg. They don't have to literally pay thousands and thousands and thousands, and it's quick turnover. Right, it's fast turnover. Once you get used to the platform and the tools within it, you could create a one-page website pretty fast, especially much more faster now these days with ChatGPT or just AI in general, really. So you can do things like that, and I suggest if you're pondering over what can I do with Groove, with the Groove platform, how can I make money out of it? There's lots of ways of doing it. This is just one of my ways that I make an income from Groove. All right, this is not the only way I make an income from Groove. Obviously, I've got e-commerce stores as well. The membership side of it, we're creating a course, and also to email campaigns that I do really for my clients. I actually create email campaigns for them. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Oh, you were watching. Okay, that's great. Thank you for your comment then. UK Property Invest. I don't know your real name, obviously, but thanks for being here. And to everybody, enjoy the rest of the week, and we will see you around about this time next week as well. Bye for now.
You gotta get into the groove.